Hi guys, this is Top Notch 1A. Uh, let's go to Unit 3, the extended family. We are in this part. Let me find it here. Notch 1. Okay, extended family. Extended family means a family that which includes your grandparents, you and, for example, your wife. It means your uncles, aunts, nieces, and nephews, and cousins. All the family together is called extended family. Here you can see grandfather, grandmother, wife, and husband, aunt and uncle, in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law, cousins, niece and nephew, sister-in-law, children, son and daughter, sister, and brother-in-law. Let's listen to this part. We're going to work on the unit. Sorry, top notch 1A. Let me find it. Top notch 1A. Number unit 3. Number 23. Number 2. Listen, please.
Grandmother, grandfather,
Yeah.
uncle, aunt, cousins, parents, mother, father, in-laws,
In-laws.
mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother, niece, nephew, sister, children, son, daughter, brother-in-law,
Okay. In this part, grandmother پدر بزرگ grandmother مادر بزرگ wife همسر زن husband همسر مرد uncle دایی عمو aunt خاله عمه cousin دختر خاله دختر عمو دختر دایی همه اینا دختر و پسر no difference in English mother in law مادر شوهر father in یا مادر زن father in law پدر شوهر یا مادر پدر زن sister in law خواهر شوهر brother in یا خواهر زن brother in law برادر شوهر یا برادر زن niece and nephew niece and nephew means if your خواهرزاده برادرزاده میشه if they are female دختر باشن they are called niece if they are son they are male we call them nephew okay sister خواهر children son پسر daughter دختر and brother-in-law I told you okay read this part and send your voice to me. You see, this is I am Andrew. This is my wife, Diane, and this is my family: my grandfather, my grandmother, my uncle, my aunt, my cousins. You see, if this is Andrew, he is his father, and she is his mother. If this is, see, this is his wife's mother, my mother-in-law. Name is Luz. And his father, my father-in-law, his name is Tom. His brother, you see, his wife's brother, his name is David. And this is Andrew's sister, her name is Carrie. This is Andrew's brother, his name is Jeff. And he has a son and a daughter. We call his son nephew and his daughter niece. His wife, you see, Jeff's wife is his sister-in-law. Who is Barbara and Rich? Who are Barbara and Rich? Look at here, Barbara and Rich. Barbara is Andrew's mother. Rich is Andrew's father. Who is Jeff's wife? Look at here. This is Jeff. Who is Jeff's wife? Maureen is Jeff's wife. So listen to this part. Just you listen, read this part, record your voice, and send it to me. Let's go to the next page. You see there is a page. This is a family tree. This is you. You are here. Write your name, your sister, brother, mother, father, grandmother, grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, cousins, and cousins. Complete this part based on your family members and names. This can be imaginary. Okay, you can write the names which are not real. Take a photo and send it to me. Let's go to the dialogue. There's a dialogue. Let's listen. I'm going to explain it for you. After listening, read this part, record your voice, and send it to me. Let me play it for you. Number 3.
Page 27. Exercise D. Photo story. Read and listen to two women discussing family photos.
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy? Guy means person. When we use it singular, we are talking about men, but when we use it plural, for example, if I say hi guys, it means hello everybody. It means women and men, there is no difference. But here means that man. Who is that man?
Brother?
No, that's my brother-in-law, Matthew. He's married to my older sister, Alexa. And this is their son, Aiden. He's adopted.
He is adopted. It means he is not their real son. They don't have a real son and they have accepted as their son.
Do they have any other children?
No, just the one. He's an only child.
He is an only child. It means this is they have just one child, one kid at home, and this is Aiden.
Looks like they're having a great time in New York.
Actually, they live there.
Actually means in fact. In fact, they are living in New York.
They do? Wow. How often do you see them?
We get together about twice a year.
Twice a year, it means 2 times a year. 2 times a year.
And what about these kids?
Kids means little children. Children.
They're my younger sisters. Ariana's the girl, and these are her little brothers, Cole and Casey.
Cole and Casey look so much alike. Are they twins?
Are they twins? Look at this picture. They are twins. The children that born together, we call them twins. Are they twins?
They are. They all live in Vancouver, but we keep in touch on the internet.
Keep in touch to somebody. It means call somebody, use telephone in order to connect them, send message. You see, we keep in touch on the internet. It means we have connection by the use of internet. Read this part, take a photo, record your voice and send it to me. Check true and false based on the information from the photo story. Based on this part, we are going to answer. Grace is Aiden's aunt. Grace is Aiden's aunt. Yeah, that is true. Grace is Matthew's sister-in-law. You see Matthew, who is Matthew? His brother-in-law, so she's his sister-in-law. That's true. Matthew is Ariana's brother-in-law. You see, take a look at here. Ariana is a little girl. Matthew is not his brother-in-law. So that is false. Alexia has 1 niece and 3 nephews. Alexia has 1 niece and 3 nephews. 1 niece, yeah, this is Ariana. Casey and Cole and Aiden are her nephews, so that is right. Ariana, Cole, and Casey are Aiden's cousins. Look at here, Aiden has 3 cousins. That's right. That's true. Matthew and Alexia have 2 children. Where is Matthew? Matthew and Alexia Have two children? No, they have just Aiden. They have one son that is Aiden, so it is false. Complete the chart with information about your extended family. Write the number of people for each relationship. How many brothers do you have? Write it here. I have, for example, one brother. I have one sister. I have three nephews. I have two uncles, one aunt. One. I don't have niece. For example, I have five cousins. I don't have brother-in-law. For example, I have one sister-in-law. Complete it based on your information. Take a photo and send it to me. They are twins. Let's go to this part. There is a vocabulary section. Listen, please. Number 4.
Page 28. Vocabulary. Relationships and marital status. Exercise A. Read and listen.
They're single.
They're engaged. He's her fiancé. She's his fiancée.
They're married.
They're separated.
They're divorced. He's her ex-husband. She's his ex-wife.
She's widowed.
Okay, single, it means they are not married. Engaged, it means they plan to get married. They are not married, but they want to get married. He is her fiancé. It means she's going to marry him. He is going to marry her. She is his fiancé. This is fiancé. He is going to marry her. They are married. They are separated. There were problems, and they are separated. They don't live together. They got divorced. They don't live together. He is her ex-husband. She is his ex-wife. She is widowed. It means her husband is dead, passed away. Her husband passed away. Okay, read this part, record your voice and send it to me. Listen to classify, listen and inform marital status of each person. Are they single, engaged, married? You should underline. Listen please, number 4.
Page 28. Exercise B. Listen to classify. Listen and infer the marital status of the person in each conversation. Circle the correct status. Conversation 1.
Who are these people in the picture?
That older couple? Those are my in-laws.
Of course. They look just like Larry.
Yeah, they do.
You see, she has in-laws. It means she is married.
Conversation 2.
These two are a cute couple. Who are they?
That's my aunt. And that's her ex-husband.
Her ex-husband?
Yeah, they're not married anymore.
Okay, ex-husband, it means they got divorced, so you should underline divorce.
Conversation 3.
Is that your sister?
Yes, it is.
And who's that guy? Her husband?
Not yet. That's her fiancé.
Oh, how nice.
You see, fiancé, it means
Conversation 4.
fiancé. She has a fiancé, for example, it means they are engaged.
Who's that in this picture?
That's my sister and her husband.
Nice looking couple.
They were a nice looking couple. They're thinking about getting divorced.
They are,
That's too bad.
Yeah, she's living with my parents right now.
okay, they are thinking about getting divorced. You see, they are separated and they are thinking about getting divorced, so you should underline this. Let's go do this part. Take a photo and send it to me, please. Simple present tense. Simple present tense زمان حال ساده زمانی هست که در حال اتفاق افتادنه. Something ordinary یه چیز معمولی داره اتفاق میفته. My in-laws live in Rio. My ex-wife lives in Tokyo. For IUV day we don't use anything. For she, he, it we use s or es. برای he or she or it از s or es استفاده میکنیم برای فعل اصلی. My aunt and uncle don't work in office. When we want to make negative, we use don't. For we, they, you, I. For she, he, it, we use doesn't. My cousin doesn't work at home. Do not or don't, does not or doesn't. They have the same meaning. This is the contraction. Look at the yes no question. For they, you, we, and I, we use do in order to make question. Do they have any children? Yes they do. No they don't. برای I, you, we, they خواستیم منفی کنیم از don't استفاده میکنیم. اگر خواستیم سوالیشون کنیم yes no question بسازیم از do اول جمله استفاده میکنیم. If you want to make question for she, he, it. Does she have any niece or nephew? Yes she does. No she doesn't. برای he or she or it از does اول جمله استفاده میکنیم. و yeah, that's it. Spelling rules. With he, she or he or it. Add s at the base form of the most verbs. وقتی خواستین از she و he و it استفاده کنیم به فعلشون s استفاده میکنیم. اضافه میکنیم works, likes, plays, calls. بعضی از افعال هم هستن که به sh ختم بشن آخرشون از es استفاده میکنیم. For example washed, washes, watched and relaxed. Okay. Look at this part. Does your cousin have any children? Yes, she does. She has 2 kids, a girl and a boy. Do your in-laws ببینید اس آورده براش پس جمع از دو استفاده میکنیم. Do your in-laws live in Toronto? No they don't. They live in Ottawa. Your parents بازم جمعه مثل they میمونه. Do your parents work in Kyoto? Yes they do. They work for government. This part, you do this part. Take a photo and send it to me. Let's go to the conversation. Listen, you should record your voice and send it.
Page 29. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to good news about a relationship.
What's new?
Actually, I have some good news. My sister just got engaged.
Actually, it means in fact, in reality.
That's great. Congratulations.
Congratulations مبارک باشه.
Thanks.
So tell me about her fiance. What does he do?
Well, he works at Redcore. He's an engineer.
Or bad news.
Actually, I have some bad news. My sister just got divorced.
I'm sorry
Divorced, they don't live together, formally separated.
to hear that. Is she okay?
Yes, she is. Thanks for asking.
Okay, read this part, record your voice and send it to me. Relationships to you. What's the news? Write it here. Do you have any news in your family members? Write it here. What does she or he do? Write it here. And other information, any other information, you can write it here. Based on this dialogue, you should complete this part and make a new dialogue. Write it, take a photo and send it. And look at the vocabulary in this part. Let's listen.
Page 30. Vocabulary. Other family relationships. Exercise A. Read and listen.
Stepfather.
Stepmother.
Stepbrother.
Stepsister.
Stepson.
Stepdaughter.
Half-sister.
Half-brother.
Okay.
Now listen again and repeat in the pauses.
Stepfather.
Stepmother.
Stepbrother.
Stepsister.
Stepson.
Stepdaughter.
Half-sister.
Half-brother.
Okay. Steve is my stepfather. He's my mother's second husband. So he's not his real father. پدرخوانده. Julia is my stepmother. She is my father's second wife. So she is not her real mother. مادرخوانده. Lance is my stepbrother. His mother married my father. برادر ناتانی. Ashley is my stepsister. خواهر ناتانی. You see, his mother married to my father. When we talk about father, stepmother, stepsister. Stepbrother, stepsister. Cody is my stepson. I married to his father 3 years ago. She is not his real mother. So he is her stepson. He is not her real son. Tanya is a stepdaughter. I married to her mother when Tanya was 3. So she is not his real daughter. And he is not her real father. Darcy is my half-sister. We have the same mother but different fathers. Jake is my half-brother. So read this part, record your voice and send it to me. Listen to speakers and infer their relationship. And you should write, for example, her brother has 3 sons or daughters. Complete this part, please. Number 9.
Page 30. Exercise C. Listen to infer. Listen to the speakers and infer the relationships. Use the vocabulary to complete each statement. Listen again if necessary. Speaker 1.
Well, after a few years, my brother finally got married again. His new wife is really nice. She has 3 daughters.
She has 3 daughters, okay? His new wife has 3 daughters. You should write daughters here.
And I know he loves them a lot.
Speaker 2.
Carol and I are very close. Her mom married my dad when I was about 7, so we really grew up together.
Okay. Look at here. Caroline is his stepsister. A stepsister right here.
Speaker 3.
My parents got divorced when I was only 3. After a few years, my father married again. We don't live together, but I call his new wife Mom.
I call his new wife Mom. Look at here. She's her stepmother. You should write a stepmother here.
Speaker 4.
Leo's a great kid. I'm really glad I married his mother. The 3 of us are really happy together.
Okay. Leo is his stepson.
Speaker 5.
Hank and I have the same father. My mom is his stepmother. His mother is my father's ex-wife.
Okay, you complete this part. Take a photo and send it to me. Now we want to make question for simple present with information question. We want to use WH forms in order to make question. همیشه از WH استفاده میکنید. حتما بعدش do یا does میارید. در زمان حال ساده اگر برای I, you, we, they خواستین سوال بسازین از do استفاده میکنید. برای he, she و it از does استفاده میکنید. Look at here. What do your in-laws do? In-laws جمعه. مثل they میمونه. پس براش از do استفاده کردم. What do your in-laws do? Where do their cousins live? Cousins دوباره جمعه. پس براش مثل they میمونه. براش از do استفاده کردم. When do you visit your aunt? You گفتم برای I, we, you از do استفاده میکنیم. When do you visit your aunt? که خالت رو ملاقات کردی. Who do their stepchildren live with? Stepchildren چند تا بچه دیگه children اگه یه دونه باشه میگیم child. Children جمع بچه هاست. پس children جمعه. مثل they میمونه. از do استفاده کردم. Who do their stepchildren live with? Look at here. What does your sister-in-law do? Your sister-in-law مثل she میمونه. برای she از does استفاده میکنیم. وقتی بخواید سوالی کنیم. برای she, he, it از does استفاده میکنیم. Where does your stepsister live? stepsister هم دوباره مثل she میمونه. از does براش استفاده کرد. When does your brother visit his niece? your brother here گفتم برای he و she و it از does استفاده میکنم. دقت داشته باشین بعد از WH از do یا does استفاده میکنیم. اگر I, you, we, they بود تو سابجکتمون مثل اینا از do استفاده میکنیم. اگر she و he بود از does استفاده میکنیم. Sometimes it's important to be careful. اینو فکر کنم دفعه قبلا گفتم. who از subject وقتی who به معنی subject جمله انجام دهنده کار در جمله باشه دیگه از do و does استفاده نمی کنیم. who lives in Hong Kong چه کسی داره اصلا زندگی میکنه. این چه کسی خودش به عنوان فاعله دیگه احتیاج نیست از do و does استفاده کنیم. lives همون es داره. and حواستون باشه دیگه اینجا هم وقتی does آوردیم دیگه این فعلمون es رو حذف میکنیم براش. what does your sister in law do دیگه این es نگرفته. این آخراش هم es نگرفته. Your sister she lives in Dublin. Where does your sister live? She lives in Dublin. How many nieces and nephews do you have? 3. My sister has 2 girls, both adopted, and my brother has a stepson. Stay with, who do you stay with when you visit Los Angeles? I stay with my aunt and uncle. My half-sister Luz lives with him. Who lives with your grandfather? Who lives with your grandfather? What does your stepfather do? He works in a restaurant. He is a chef and manager. You do this part. Take a photo and send it to me. Let's go to the conversation. Listen, please. After listening, you are going to record your voice and send it to me.
Page 31. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to people describing their families.
Do you come from a large family?
Not really.
Large family means big family.
I have 2 brothers.
What about aunts and uncles?
Well, I have 3 aunts on my father's side, and on my mother's side, I have 2 aunts and 3 uncles.
You see, father side میگه از طرف پدری 3 تا عمه داره. On mother side از طرف مادری I have 2 aunts and 3 uncles. 3 تا خاله و 2 تا خاله و 3 تا دایی داره.
That's pretty big.
Pretty big means very big. Pretty big means very big. Okay, in this part you should write about your. On my father's side, how many uncles and aunts do you have? On your father's side, how many uncle and aunts do you have? On your mother's side, how many uncles and aunts do you have? Write it here. Then complete this information based on your family members. Take a photo and send it to me. Finished. Have a nice time and goodbye.